to the US for the first time, there will obviously be a lot of questions in your mind, like where are you going to stay, what is your accommodation situation going to be, how are you going to commute, how are you going to pay for all your expenses, whether you will get a credit card or not, and lot many things. So yes, to give you some relief and to find out a little bit of solution to all these questions, we have started a small series in which we will be discussing all such very common problems. We have already released 2 videos about how to find accommodation when you are traveling to US on the very first time. And in this video, we will be discussing about how to get your first credit card when you're coming to US for the very first time. Do not forget to watch the video till the end. Hello, Namaste, welcome to my channel. I am Pragnya Mishra, your visa and immigration guide. If you're interested in any topics related to visas, immigration, traveling abroad, studying abroad, working abroad, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel and I will keep you updated with all the latest news and informations. While I'm here in the US, I'm trying to make your life a little bit more simpler and making the transition from your home country to US much more simpler. We will be discussing various topics, various types of visas, how you can find work, what type of work you can do, how to upload resumes and every single detail. And also we will be discussing topics like how you're going to find accommodation, how you're going to provide for your expenses, what are the credit card system and every single lifestyle details that you will be expecting once you come to US. So make sure if you're interested in any of these topics, subscribe to the channel. So the most popular way of paying for your expenses while being in the US is a credit card. And of course, how are you going to get your credit card? In order to get your first credit card or any credit card, what you need is a credit history. And unfortunately, no matter whatever credit history you have back in your home country, it is of very little help when you come to US. You need to build a credit history here in US. But how are you going to build a credit history? You need to have a credit card to build your credit history. And without a credit history, you don't get a credit card. Very confusing and a very odd kind of a situation right here. Especially if you're looking for your credit card for the very first time, this is going to be a challenging thing. Many organizations, they usually do not give out a credit card if you do not have a credit history. But there are also a few organizations who may give you out a credit card even with a very low credit history, and I will be telling that to you in the end of the video. So in order to build your credit history, you will need the use of a credit card. No doubt you can use your debit card to pay for your expenses while you are in US, but definitely a credit card makes life much more simpler. So how are you going to get your first credit card? One of the most easiest way out here is to get a secure credit card. Yes, you heard me right. So what is the secure credit card exactly? So a credit card, it is not a regular credit card, it is a credit card against which there is a security. It means, let's say you go to a bank to get a secure credit card for yourself. So what they want you to do is that give them some security against the card. If you want a credit limit of let's say $2,500, then you have to deposit $2,500. So they have a security against this card. If you deposit a $2,500, you get a credit card with a credit limit of $2,500. There must be different promotional schemes and policies and many other things which may have, the credit limit may vary. Some may be having some promotional schemes who may give you some additional credit limit, or some may be having some other promotional schemes which may give you some other benefits. Let's not talk about those, but basically the gist or the core of getting a secure credit card is that you have to put some money in the bank and you will be getting a credit card against that money you have deposited. So what happens next when you have a secured credit card? Now you're good to use a secured credit card just like your regular credit card, and you are good to start building your credit score. So I'm always telling about this credit score, credit rating and all these things. So why do you actually need all these things, So if you're planning to stay in the US for quite some years, that I say, if you are planning to stay in the US for long term, you do need to have a very, very good credit history or a credit score for securing different types of loans and advantages and benefits. Why will you need a loan? Of course, you might need a loan if you are going to commute to your workplace or any other thing. If you want an auto loan, let's say if you want to buy a vehicle for yourself, you need to get an auto loan. And how are you going to get an auto loan? You need to have a good credit score for this. So when you start using your credit card, gradually you start building your credit score. Let's say down the line, 3 to 4 months or 3 to 6 months, you will start having a good credit score. And what is a good credit score? So if you are well above 700, I can say, then yes, you are having a good credit score, and it does make a lot of difference in various categories while you are living here in US. For one of the most simplest thing, let's say if you are going to rent an apartment, you have to pay some security deposit to rent an apartment. If you have a good credit score, then the amount of security deposit that you have to pay becomes drastically low in comparison to someone who doesn't have a good credit score. So yes, credit score building is very, very important. Similarly, if you're taking an auto loan, your interest rates and every other things, it matters a lot. So a credit score of 700 plus is definitely very, very recommended if you want to have a good life here in US. And yes, for the very first credit card that you are going to apply, definitely you should try on getting a secured credit card and start building your credit score gradually. As promised in the beginning of the video, I will be telling you about a merchant who usually you can get credit cards even if you do not have a very good credit history. By meaning very good credit history, I don't say low credit score or something like that. It means you have just not built your credit history. You are having a zero credit history. Let's say someone on H1b have just arrived. You may not have a credit history, or the F1 students, you just may not be having a credit history, or someone on H4, you might not be having a credit history. So in that case, if you want to have a credit card, I will definitely suggest go for Discover. This gives you credit card like quite instantly. You may not have a very huge credit limit initially. They may start with $1,500 as a credit limit, but that's more than enough, I can say. If you are just trying to build your credit score, having a credit limit of $1,000 and $1,500 also helps initially. So Discover usually gives out credit cards without much of a restrictions and other things. Even if you do not have a credit history till now in US, you can definitely go and try your luck in applying to Discover. So this was all about a credit card in this video, and we will be back again with another video discussing another important topic. And definitely there will be a lot of questions in your mind when you are moving to US for the very first time. Do not hesitate to put them in the comment box below, and I will definitely try to find out the best possible solution for that. And we will be seeing you soon with another exciting video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.